Amanda Anisimova's injury forces Wuhan withdrawal days after surpassing Coco Gauff. Amanda Anisimova capped a remarkable run by claiming the penultimate WTA 1000 title of the year in Beijing, defeating Linda Noskova 6-0, 2-6, 6-2. However, the story of her resurgence is far more complex than it appears from the outside. After losing 2 Grand Slam finals this year, she rebounded brilliantly, surpassing Coco Gauff to claim number 3 in the race to the WTA finals. Yet just as momentum surged, calamity struck. Anisimova's injury forced her withdrawal from Wuhan. Amanda Anisimova will not compete at the Wuhan Open, withdrawing before her scheduled debut match. The world number 4 had been drawn to face Spain's Jessica Buza's Monero in the first round, but her exit from the tournament was officially confirmed on Monday. After a grueling run in Beijing, where she overcame 6 matches in 9 days against formidable opponents like Karolina Muchova, Jasmine Paolini, and Coco Gauff, Anisimova cited discomfort in her left calf as the reason for stepping back, prioritizing rest and recovery ahead of the final challenges of the year. Anisimova's withdrawal opens the door for 17-year-old lucky loser Iva Jovic, who lost in the second qualifying round to Varvara Gracheva, but will now enter the Wuhan main draw. The American's journey in Beijing had been a testament to sheer grit and perseverance. Shortly after the U.S. Open, Anisimova had a wisdom tooth extraction, and during the China Open, she began feeling persistent pain in her foot and calf. Despite this, she fought through every round. Her third-round clash with Shuai Zhang was a marathon, with Anisimova prevailing in a 13-11 tiebreak. While 3 of her next 4 matches went the distance, the exception being her commanding 6-1, 6-2 semi-final victory over Coco Gauff. The physical toll was evident, but she pressed on, demonstrating mental toughness. "I was having pain in my foot and in my calf more in the 3rd round," Anisimova told reporters after the China Open final. "I think it was obvious in one of the matches where I was in pain. I was just hurting all day when I was walking. I'm still having a bit of pain, but it's nothing serious. It's just annoying aches and pains. The good thing at the end of the day is it's nothing that would limit me or prevent me from keeping playing for the rest of the season." Looking ahead, Anisimova is still scheduled to compete at the Ningbo Open next week, as she eyes her first appearance at the WTA Finals. Despite her latest withdrawal, ever wondered how consecutive Grand Slam final losses can be redeemed with a Masters title in China? Amanda Anisimova shows the answer, hinting at a cryptic transformation after making American history at the China Open. Anisimova signals transformation after the U.S. Open heartbreak. Amanda Anisimova exploded onto the Beijing stage, conquering the China Open with fearless power and relentless grit. Despite consecutive Grand Slam final losses, the American overcame the rising Czech star in a gripping 1-hour and 46-minute battle. Yet, the real story lay in what transformed after the heartbreak. "I feel like after the U.S. Open, I tried to figure out what to improve, and there were certain things I was trying to change about my game, and I was going to test them out here," she said after the final, her voice brimming with the conviction of someone who had rebuilt herself brick by brick. This victory etched her name into an elite circle. Anisimova now stands as just the 4th player born since 2000 to claim multiple WTA 1000 titles in a single season, joining Bianca Andreescu, 2019, Iga Swiatek, 2022 and 2024, and Mira Andreeva in 2025, a testament to her rapid rise and growing dominance on the tour. More so, with her win in Beijing, Anisimova became just the 3rd American to capture the China Open women's singles title, joining Serena Williams, 2004 and 2013, and Coco Gauff, 2024. Reflecting on her achievement, she added, "So obviously, everything I'm doing is working in my favor. And yeah, I am just always trying to improve and learn more about how I can be better. And yeah, this has been an incredible few weeks for me, and I felt like I learned a lot about myself, and hopefully I can keep going." Now, with her withdrawal from the Wuhan Open due to injury, the spotlight shifts to anticipation. Fans eagerly await her return, hoping for a stunning comeback as she continues her remarkable journey. Amanda Anisimova had just played one of the finest matches of her comeback season. Under the bright lights and buzzing crowds of the Wuhan Open, she had stunned fans and critics alike by toppling none other than Coco Gauff, the reigning U.S. Open champion and one of the brightest stars on the WTA Tour. The win was hard-fought, gritty, and a reminder of Anisimova's once meteoric rise, a promise that never quite left, only went dormant for a time. But tennis, like life, is often a balancing act between triumph and tragedy. Just 2 days later, news broke. Amanda Anisimova had withdrawn from the Wuhan Open due to injury. A groan of disappointment echoed across the tennis world. The win over Gauff was meant to be a statement, a declaration that the 22-year-old American was back, both physically and mentally. Instead, it became a bittersweet highlight, overshadowed by the all-too-familiar narrative of injury that has plagued her promising career. The high of victory. Only days earlier, Anisimova had walked off the court with a beaming smile and a clenched fist, having dismantled Gauff's usually impenetrable defense. The match wasn't just a tactical masterclass, it was a psychological triumph. Gauff, who had been riding a high since her Flushing Meadows conquest, was brought down by Amanda's aggression, her flat ground strokes painting the lines with fearless precision. It wasn't just an upset, it was a flash of what Anisimova was capable of when her body and mind worked in tandem. She played lights out, Gauff had admitted during the post-match interview. Amanda's always had that level. When she's on, she's really hard to stop. For Anisimova, it wasn't just about the win. It was about rewriting the narrative. After taking a mental health break in 2023 and struggling with injuries both before and after, she had become a kind of mystery in the tennis world, a player with top 10 potential, stalled by circumstance. This win was supposed to be the start of something new, the low of reality. The announcement came quietly, a press release from tournament officials and a short message on Amanda's social media. No theatrics, no drama, just resignation. Unfortunately, I have to withdraw from the Wuhan Open due to a minor injury. I felt something during my last match and need to listen to my body. Thank you for all the support. I'll be back soon. It was not just a physical setback. It felt, to fans and pundits alike, like a cruel cosmic joke. Tennis is brutal in its scheduling. There is rarely time to rest, recover, or reset. Every tournament is another opportunity and another risk. And for players like Anisimova, already teetering on the edge of recovery, the pressure to perform often collides with the necessity to heal. Her coach, speaking anonymously to a tennis reporter, remarked she didn't want to pull out. But sometimes, playing through pain isn't bravery, it's short-sighted. We're thinking long-term. But for Amanda, the long-term has always been elusive.